Today we're talking about multiplying using the distributed property. Your objective is I can use distributed property to multiply a 2-digit number by a 1-digit number. Now we need to understand the definition of distributed property. Distributed property is multiplying a sum by a number is the same as multiplying each addend by the number and then adding the product. Now, I know that sounds absolutely ridiculous, but when we get going, you'll see how this works. So here we have 6 times 13. We're going to use the distributed property to solve this equation. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a square, and my square is going to be 6 going down. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 13 going across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now I'm going to finish breaking off the square. Whoops. Okay, so we now have our number, and we now have our square. Now, it says here 6 times 13. I'm going to keep the 6, but I want to break up that 13 to something that I know the factors of. For example, I know 8 and 5 will give me 13, and that's how many boxes I have going across the top. So I'm going to split this into 8 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I've now made 2 boxes. This box is 6 by 5, and this box is 6 by 8. So when I color them in, I'm going to do 6 by 5 first. And when I multiply 6 times 5, I get 30. Now on the other side, there we go. When I multiply 6 times 8, I'm doing all of these boxes. These boxes represent 6 times 8. Now, I know that 6 times 8 is 48. So if I wanted to find the answer to 6 times 13, I would add the 30 and the 48, and I get 78. So 6 times 13 equal 78. Now let's write it out showing you the distributed property. We keep our 6, then we take the number 13 and we divided it into 5 plus 8. When we put the brackets around that little problem there, it tells us that 5 plus 8 is representing that number 13. The distributed property says I can take this factor and multiply it by each number in this sum. So I can go 6 times 5 gets 30, 6 times 8, 48, and now I add them together and I get 78. Now I know that's a little bit confusing. I kind of like using those pictures a little bit better. I think they're clearer. Let's look at another one. we're going to use a different sum this time. For example, we still have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. But instead of doing 8 and 5, I know that 13 equals 10 plus 3. And I know all my multiplication facts using 10 and 3. So I'm going to break this into 10 and 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, this side is 3. This side is 6. This side is 10. If I multiply this 6 times 3, I hope you see it now, 6 times 3, I get 18. The next thing, I can go 6 times 10, and I know, and you know, we all know that 6 times 10 equals 60. So when I add up the 18 and the 60, once again, I get 78. So regardless of how you do it, how you break up this sum right there, you're going to end up with the right answer. Okay, now this time I want to show you using place value blocks. This says 3 times 13, or 3 groups of 13. To use pattern blocks to make the number 13, I need a block with 10. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's my 10. But then I need 3 ones. 1, 2, 3. But it says I have this 3 times. So I need to make another one. There's 2. And I need to make another one. There's 3. All right. Now, we can count these up, and we go 10, 20, 30 plus 9 equal 39. Can you see how I got my 30? Let's do some squaring off here. This is 3 tens plus 9 ones. So that's where my 30 came from, the 3 tens. Here's where my 9 ones came from, the number 9. So our answer there is 39. Now here's your assignment. I want you to use grid paper, and I want you to use colored pencils and a regular pencil, and I want you to use distributed property and graph paper to solve these problems. Then show it to Mr. S to get your next assignment. You can use any method you want. You can use the place value blocks, or you can use the squares, or place value blocks, whatever works best for you. These are the examples I want you to do. I want you to do 4 times 19. Second one is 5 times 13. The third one is 4 times 14. And the fourth one is 6 times 15. Watch the video again if you don't understand. Watch it again and again and again. Watch it as many times as you need to. Good luck. Look forward to seeing your papers.